Hi guys, Airsoft here today to answer the question, are Tanaka Airsoft revolvers skirmishable slash field viable options for your Airsoft play? So the short answer is yes. Sorry.
28, 27, 26, 25, 24.
Oh! Damn! Hit! The long answer is yes, they can still be potentially viable, but there are some things to consider. Two considerations I would have for these that are important to think about are the construction and durability. At the end of the day, these are made of plastic, so keep that in mind. A lot of the parts are metal, but because of Japanese regulations, the majority of the construction has to be out of plastic. That's just how they do things over there. I think it's like a legal thing, but so the construction, they're a little more on the fragile side. That's fine. I some of the screws have come loose on these, and I like when I'm like really running around with these, so just keep that in mind. It's like I think these screws here, like kind of this is the screw you take out if you want to detach the cylinder and like the crane. So I've had that come loose and the cylinder gets a little loosey-goosey, so you just have to tighten them. Keep an eye on the screws. They'll loosen up on you if you're really flinging them around, running around, you know. And the other thing I would consider is the low FPS compared to like what we're used to on the US market, like sidearms easily chronoing 300 to 350. These are definitely on the lower side, so that's going to also impact your range. Alright, so as far as performance goes, I can show the chrono readings I got for these. I just chronoed them with green gas and 0.20 gram BBs. Is green gas the best idea in these? Probably not. It's hard to source duster gas in the United States, like the proper duster gas and all that. Anyway, I've been using green gas in these for years, and so far have had no problems. So the Model 36 chronographed, it was just under 200. It was like 192. I'll put it up on the screen. FPS with 0.2s. So it's a tiny gun. It's not super effective, but that's kind of to be expected. The Model 10 chronoed, it was like 260 with 0.2s in green gas. So that's getting better. That's more like potentially viable. The range, I'd say, I also did like a short like range like video. 25, 50 feet probably max for this. I'd say you can probably get like 75 feet out of this. So how do Tanaka revolvers work? Well, they have a realistic mechanism. Like each one of these is a very realistic replica of the revolver that they're replicating. This one's a Model 10, a Smith & Wesson Model 10. This one's a Smith & Wesson Model 36. So how does it work? Opens this like a real revolver, push forward. So there's no shells. I can push the ejector on, nothing happens. So there's a valve right here that loads, you can load your gas into. So the cylinder acts as a gas reservoir, and it also holds the BBs. Each one of these individual chambers holds one BB, and one of the chambers acts as a magazine. So I believe this one holds 6, and like the BB reservoir in this, so you can get like a total of about 12 shots out of this. The Model 36, the J-frame, same idea. Gas valve right in the back there. BB reservoir is like right about here. 5 cylinders plus 5 in the BB reservoir, so you get about 10 shots. Since these are very realistic airsoft replicas, they fit real holsters like perfectly. I have a DeSantis holster right here for the Model 36. It's a leather holster. This is what the NYPD used, like detectives used back in the day to carry their Model 36 revolvers. Oh, here we go. Fits perfectly. Fits like a glove. So I also have a duty belt setup and like a swivel holster for the Model 10. I've probably owned about 5 or 6 of these revolvers so far. These are the 2 that I've held on to for the longest. So Tanaka makes mainly Smith & Wesson and Colt revolvers, ranging from like the single action army, like the old Peacemaker, to like more modern 38, 357, 44s, even they make a Smith & Wesson 500, I believe. But so you have a lot of options as far as wheel guns goes from what Tanaka offers. They do make them in limited batches, from what I understand. So, and they are a pain in the butt to get in the United States. I'll just be totally honest about that. Whenever I see one go up on eBay or Hop Up, I usually try to grab it. They're definitely more geared toward like a collector's market, but they're still perfectly usable as airsoft sidearms if you really want to. They're really fun. Honestly, the most fun I've had at playing airsoft in a while, and like the best hits I've gotten on people running around with these. You saw the clips I played earlier. Like, it's a lot of fun running around with these. As far as reloading goes with these, you get a lot of shots out of it since it's a non-blowback. I'll usually take one of the like pistol mag speed loaders and just like pop one in each chamber, like up front, and then try to load the reservoir as well. I usually do that like in between like lives. Like I'll shoot it and then I run out. I'll go run back to spawn and reload it real quick, or if I am in cover, I'll reload it real quick. So usually that's how that works. So that's how I get past like the issue of like running out of BBs. So I do mostly use these in CQB though. Like out in the like outdoor field, probably not going to be the most effective, but at CQB distances, these are perfectly usable. All right, I'll wrap up my thoughts by saying, yes, I still think these can be viable for like airsoft skirmish / playing use. Something cool about these, I always get a ton of questions when I use them on the field. People want to hold it, they want to look at it. It's because we don't have anything like readily available in the US market that looks and feels like these. They're awesome. I love them. Are they like the hottest shooting, like most accurate airsoft like sidearms ever? No, of course not. But they're really cool. That's what like the ticket is with these. They're really neat. So I'll keep using them. I think they're fun. You happen to come across one, I'd recommend picking up. They're fun. So Tanaka revolvers are definitely usable. I'd recommend picking one up if you can.